Back at the shelter. So I'm not actually going to be at the shelter long today, so I probably won't get that much done. Just happened to be in the area on my motorcycle and thought I would swing by. Ferns have grown a little bit more. It's a beautiful day. Alright, I think since I don't have so much time, I don't have my tools, and I don't have my best clothes on, I think what we are going to do today is I'm going to give you a little tour of some parts of the property. As you've already seen, this is the shelter and camp. It's kind of more in one of the back corners. We've got the shelter that's under construction and our little fire pit and camp area. There's a trail that runs down that way, and right next to it is a trail that is somewhat on the border of the property. There are two main types of trails on the property. There are the trails like this, which are newly being created. As you can see, they are a work in progress, and they are both for hiking, and they serve as a motorcycle trail or dirt biking trail, which is exciting. And the other trails on the property are the big trails that have been around for years, and hopefully the tractor can go around. Also in the back of the property we have the swamp, which kind of bleeds off of our property. But since it's spring, it's pretty wet right now, although it definitely can get wetter. Look at all the polyporous squamosas growing off this stump. It's a feast. Look at all that. There's so much. We have kind of a central trail, which is one of the big trails. It cuts the backwoods of the property kind of in two. And now on both sides of this trail are some of the motorcycle hiking paths that are smaller. More in the middle of the property, we have this kind of open woods that many years ago was cleared out of the dead trees and the dying trees. Right now there's a lot of thorns in it, but we have brush hogged it in the past, and it will grow grass. Much more open than the backwoods, which is behind me. Walking through the more open woods, nice grassy path. It's a gorgeous day. So the barn is the only actual structure on the property. It has water and electric, so it's nice to have. And behind the barn is also cleared out a bit before we get to the woods. We have a burn pile here, which is where we have bonfires, both just to get rid of some wood, and it's nice when we have big groups of people out here. And some trees in the front. We've got a old tree house that we now pretty much just use as a deer stand. But in one of the front corners is a pond, which isn't super deep, especially in the summer. It dries up quite a bit, but it is spring fed. Around the field in the front up here, we've got, I think, 9 of these for a frisbee golf course. This is the front field. Those white flowers over there are apple trees that we've planted a few years ago. Still too young to produce fruit. Apple trees a bit closer. So we have 3 apple trees, which are the ones with the white flowers. And when we got these, we pulled them out of someone's yard who didn't want them. They're just gonna cut them down. But there were 4 trees, 3 of them labeled apples, and one of them simply labeled fruit. So we don't know what they are, but some sort of fruit tree. So if you know what fruit tree has these leaves and kind of looks like this type of bark, let me know. Then walking back to the right is where we planted the white pine just recently, and up there is the shelter. And here we are, back at the shelter. Alright, that concludes our tour of the property. Like I said, I don't have that much time today, so I think this is going to be it. Thank you for watching. See you next time.